Good afternoon. This is Coach Ed, and this is Raw Autism Perspective. On another episode today, I just want to start off by saying thank you for all the support, for the likes, the comments, for subscribing. Make sure at the end of this episode you hit that like button and keep interacting with us. So in today's episode, I want to continue talking about autism in sports. And previous episode, we spoke about Mr. Armani Williams. And I just want to come back to the journey of how when he got diagnosed at a young age and how his parents, his father particularly, would take him to events, to sporting events, to, see how he would react to the noise, see how he react to the people, because you have to pay attention to that with your child being in sports. So yes, it's a journey, but you have to be dedicated. Please be dedicated. Please be disciplined. And please be dedicated, disciplined, and determined to make sure your child is getting everything they need, especially if it's something they want to do. If your child want to do something in sports, man, like I told y'all before on the last episode, you better get your butt up and go do it with your child. You never know. You might enjoy something doing you didn't think you would enjoy doing. But anywho, I remember a time because I got a question previously in a comment sent to me, and they asked me as a coach, Coach Ed, like, how do you feel about taking kids to sporting events that have ADHD and have autism? And as a coach, we travel to many games. Some games be short distance, some games be long distance. The short distance games, you really don't have much to say on short distance games. But them long distance games be the games where all the questions be asked. I have a child now who every 2 to 3 minutes he asking me, Coach Ed, Coach Ed, Coach Ed, Coach Ed. I be like, we almost there. And you just gotta keep smiling and keep smiling, because when you smiling, they understand, hey, you understand them in a way, but you flowing with it. So, and you gotta be genuine with your smile. Whatever you do not give fake smiles, because children and old people, for my elder people, don't be mad at me, but elder people and children can see through your smile. So as a coach, all coaches, whether you female, male, make sure y'all have genuine smiles when y'all are interacting with your children. Make sure when you are explaining, and it's not a smiling situation, that you have a stern face and a stern voice when you are talking to your children, whether they be normal, autistic, or have ADHD. Please, please make sure your children are understanding how you communicate so you can understand how to communicate with them. And that way y'all have a trusting nucleus of communication. So I remember a time we went to a game in Orange County. And all I could hear him tell me is, Coach Ed, are we gonna start playing right now? Are we? Because I was told we're gonna play like an hour later, but it's been an hour later already. And I'm telling you, he kept coming with the questions, question after question. I felt like 50 Cent, and there was 21 questions, except I was on a football field with my guy, and he just had 21 more extra questions. So I was like, you know what? Let's sit down right here. What time is it right now? He said, well, Coach, my mom said that it was like an hour ago. So it's been 2 hours. That's kind of made me laugh, because I'm like, wait, didn't they say he was autistic? You did mental math real fast. And he was like, yeah, Coach Ed, I'm a little autistic. And I was like, don't worry about it. He said, you know what, Coach Ed, you're one of the only coaches that really talk to me and sit and explain it to me to where I understand it. And I said, well, you take in information real well. He said, at school, I don't. And I said, why? He said, because the teacher's not nice, Coach Ed. And being a coach and then also being a parent, to hear that a teacher's not nice to any child, it's like, why are you getting education and you not being nice to the kids? You should be nice if you work in education, especially if you are interacting with children. Children see and hear everything that us adults should remember as a kid, us seeing and hearing everything. So why get in education? Why get in sports as a coach if you're not trying to understand the children you are coaching, the children you are teaching? And when he said that to me, it kind of peed over me. And I was just like, don't worry about it. Because when you come out here with Coach Ed, know that Coach Ed got you. And he was like, Coach Ed, you're the main reason why I still stay on the team, because I look forward to seeing you every day. And he smiled so big to where he forgot about all his questions. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was happy he forgot about the rest of his questions, because I didn't even know what was going on. So I didn't have no answers to give him. So I was happy that the conversation kind of switched into, him talking about him being at school. And it's hard when our children can come to us and tell us how a teacher is becoming, when those are the ones that children see the most. You got to think about it. Your child is at school majority of the day. And if your child is feeling like the teacher is not being attentive, or the teacher is not being a positive role model in the classroom for them, that's hard to deal with, especially if you're a child who is autistic, especially if you're a child that has ADHD, and even with a child who is quote unquote normal. And yes, I'm gonna keep saying normal, because what is normal? Who of us that's human is normal? So it's disappointing to hear your child that you coach and you see on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday basis, which is 4 days out of the week. And every time you see them, they look like 80% of the time down because they don't want to go to school because of the teachers. You have kids that would rather be homeschooled, not because of COVID, but because teachers don't want to teach. Teachers don't want to be a positive role model. So yes, this is a call out to y'all going to school to become teachers, and to y'all that are our teachers now. Be more attentive to how your children are acting in your classroom. Be more attentive to the moods your children are having in the classroom. And then be more lively in the classroom. I remember growing up, yes, we had some boring teachers, but then we had teachers that made sure you stayed up in class. Activities. Nowadays, you have so many laptop teachers that you're not being active with the kids in the classroom. So kids be on their phones. I don't think phones should be in schools anymore, but with all the shootings and violence that's going on now, I guess you don't have a choice. But I remember growing up, you didn't have a pager, you didn't have a cell phone. We all us kids hung out. All the kids hang out now, but now they be like, okay, I'm going home. What's your name on 2K? What's your name on Madden? Like, kids don't hang. We used to go to each other's houses and play the video game. Like, we would go to each other's houses and have 16-man tournaments. You know what I'm saying? And all hung out at one house, where nowadays you can't do that no more. With sports, you have kids who be on sporting teams that don't even hang out with each other. But when they meet up, hey, it's an event because they all play the same sport. But outside of playing the same sport, the kids don't hang out together. It's very rare that you see kids out hanging together in a group setting where it's 10 to 12 kids alone without a parent. You can't do that no more because the video games that took over, the social distance has taken over, COVID, and you can't even sneeze no more. But I say that to say, Be attentive. Attack what your child is doing. Parents, teachers, be more lively in the classroom. Pay attention to each child that you are teaching because all children are not the same. And for coaches, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take every child in like it's your own. Because a lot of these children don't have that guidance at home. A lot of these children don't have the values and the morals at home. And when they come on your court, when they come on your field, when they come in your room, they expect more from us sometimes than they expect from their parents. So at the end of the day, I love taking my children to sporting events, knowing that my kids is going to perform to the best of their ability. The many questions, it's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you smile. And it also shows improvement to where you can go back and let their parents know, hey, you know, little Johnny told me this today. And the way he articulated it was perfect. For a parent to hear something like that from you is beautiful. That's a breakthrough. So as a coach, I expect for us coaches to do better. And don't be afraid to take y'all kids out who have ADHD and autism to sporting events. Take y'all kids out to get all your kids together and y'all go to a sporting event. We don't do that no more. I'm calling out all the NFL, NBA, MLB organizations. Y'all human resources outreach programs, please reach out to local high schools and colleges for programs that help kids who have autism and ADHD. And come along, all you quote unquote normal kids as well, so y'all understand and learn how to deal with your classmate. They may have ADHD or autism. See, a lot of us don't understand. We got to educate the kids as well. We got to coach the kids as well, understanding that the same way we communicate is the same way they got to communicate. Trust in the process. Don't try to force it. Be patient. Hey, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. As I told you in the beginning, poke that like button, poke that heart on whatever social media platforms you are on. We are on there. Raw Autism Perspective. And I'm Coach Ed. If you want to be on the show, let us know. We take everybody and we for everybody. Take care.